Good morning, Chairwoman Schakowsky, Ranking Member McMorris-Rogers, and distinguished members of the subcommittee. I'm Cathy Chase, President of Advocates for Highway and Auto Safety. Thank you for holding today's hearing. For too many decades, tens of thousands of people have died, and millions more have been injured in motor vehicle crashes every year. The direct economic crash cost is nearly $250 billion. That amounts to an annual crash tax of $784 for every American. However, we are now at a transformational time in transportation history. To be clear, advocates and many public health, safety, smart growth, first responder, and other organizations believe driverless cars, or autonomous vehicles known as AVs, hold tremendous potential to significantly mitigate preventable deaths and injuries on our roads in the future. Yet, as noted in my testimony, even industry leaders admit that the technology is not yet mature and proven. Already, missteps in rushing deployment of self-driving technologies have resulted in crashes, deaths, and injuries. The technology isn't ready, and neither are our roads. Yet on the path to AVs, crashes can be avoided and lives saved with advanced driver assistance systems. Since 2016, the National Transportation Safety Board has recommended expanding implementation of these technologies in its most wanted list. These include automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, blind spot detection, among other technologies. Advocates has been a longtime safety technology proponent, and this subcommittee has been a leader in advancing legislation that has resulted in numerous life-saving technologies as standard equipment in new vehicles. We urge you to pass the Protecting Roadside First Responders Act, H.R. 4871, which directs DOT to require these technologies in all new vehicles. Similarly, enactment of Congresswoman Dingell's bill, H.R. 4354, will result in the installation of technology to reduce drunk driving. Furthermore, we ask passage of the bipartisan Hot Cars Act of 2019. There is no reason that children should be dying in hot cars every week. However, there is reason to act with great care and deliberation on our nation's first AV law. 3 years ago, there was a false and frantic urgency by some in the industry to push for adoption of an AV bill so the U.S. did not fall behind other countries. But the thing is, we're not falling behind other countries in AV deployment, but we are falling behind in implementing safe AV policies. My written testimony, our analysis of previous bills, and proposals for new legislation provide a blueprint on how our nation can successfully move forward, inspire innovation, and earn consumer confidence. And public trust is sorely lacking by many measures. Leading up to today's hearing, advocates released the findings of a new opinion poll. It shows the American public has serious concerns about the safety of driverless cars. However, this apprehension can be addressed and resolved with appropriate action by the federal government. I will briefly summarize the key findings, and Madam Chairwoman, I request that the poll report be entered into the hearing record. Thank you. As you'll see on the boards, 85% expressed concern about sharing the roads with driverless cars as a motorist, bicyclist, or pedestrian. And 63% are not comfortable with Congress substantially, did we switch to the next one? Yes, good. And 63% are not comfortable with Congress substantially increasing the number of vehicles that auto and tech companies can sell that do not meet existing federal safety standards. However, 71% support government officials developing minimum safety requirements for new driverless car technologies. And more than 2/3 of respondents said knowing companies had to meet minimum safety requirements before selling driverless cars would address their concerns. Lastly, 3 out of 4 respondents support government-issued cybersecurity safety rules, as well as a vision test for driverless cars to make sure they can operate safely in different weather and road conditions. Some may dismiss public opinion polls and espouse the mantra, if you build it, they will come. But we need only look at recent disastrous outcomes of rushing to put new tech in planes and a federal regulatory agency relinquishing important control and independent review. Tragically, 346 people died in 2 crashes in the Boeing 737 MAX. This mistake must not be replicated with autonomous vehicles. This tragedy also shows that it is easy to lose public confidence and hard to regain it. Going forward, any legislation must ensure that the U.S. DOT conducts thorough oversight, establishes regulations that sets minimum performance standards, and requires industry accountability before driverless cars are available in the marketplace. In conclusion, advocates firmly believes that substantial reductions in our nation's fatality toll can be achieved with technological advances. We look forward to working with you to advance validated and verified solutions to make our roads safer for all. Thank you very much.